Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the gold price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. And as expected for the gold, once we have topped at the 3,500 on this channel, we have said we have topped. And basically this is exactly what is going on right now. We got of course ABC toward the downside, a corrective wave of course toward the upside again for a wave B, and we're looking here for continuation toward the downside. Now this of course it might be confusing for you, like 1 2 3 4 5, but actually it is not. On the lower time frame, this is a single impulse here, finishing a wave C after an A, a B, and a C. Tricky one, but yeah, if you count it clearly, it would be much more clearer for you guys. Now, of course, we were expecting anyway, in case that it is a 1 2 3 4 5 impulse, but it did not, of course, reach more than the 0.786. And then moving toward the downside impulsively again to reach our blue box, 1-to-1 fib level is my target still for $3,150 for the gold. Taking an A, B, and a C, of course, and potentially moving toward the upside again. So we're going to see, of course, what's going to happen. We're going to take it from there. If we see the gold still overshooting toward the downside, we might hit, of course, the 1.618 in a scenario, of course, of a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, meaning you have to consider here a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as a wave 1, because it is, of course, potential. It can be after a wave 4 in a triangle here. Now, basically, what I would like to show you what it might happen as well, in case that we finished exactly at the 1-to-1 fib level. Are we directly moving for an all-time high? Well, probably, but I'm still looking for lower. Why? Because on a bigger time frame, we are looking to, of course, a finished zigzag toward the upside. And let me clarify what do I mean in bigger time frame here. On the bigger time frame, we are looking for an A, B, and a C potentially. If you are in an ABC, the blue scenario here, meaning you're looking for a wave C. The wave C has to be an impulse of 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Currently, you finished and extended a wave 1, of course, impulsive, correction, another impulse for a wave 3, very nice, almost hitting the 1.618. And then you're looking right now for a wave 4, of course, and a 5 towards the upside. Internally, inside this wave, we have finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even inside the smallest one, on the micro level, we have finished it. We have, of course, follow it step by step until we reach the top. Currently, the minimum target required is, of course, a wave 4 and then wave 5, meaning 0.23, 0.38 between 2,586, 2,180. And after this, you are looking, of course, again for wave 5 towards the upside. Now, basically, if we are in this scenario, in another scenario where you might see deeper correction is 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and a 5. Yeah, so we have to be careful from a wave 3 finished here, and the wave 5 might unfold still, of course, for the next bull run or bull trend. However, your wave 4 might be a little bit deeper here, because the minimum target taken from the wave, of course, 3 here, right? The whole wave 3 is, of course, 0.23, right? And this is a difference, of course, between taking the fib levels based on this wave, which is, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Therefore, this wave 4 has to retrace the wave 3. Or if you are taking the fib levels based, of course, on this wave only, because you have 1, 2, 3, you would like to see a wave 4 retracing this wave 3, of course, to the 0.38. Therefore, higher possibility first is, of course, to hit between the 2,500 and 2,180. And what it might happen, again, let's move back to the micro, what it might happen, since I have explained the situation in a bigger overview. And that means, of course, are we looking for higher? Well, I doubt it, guys. Now, can it take the all-time high? Yes. But can it take it as impulsive? No. Why? Because I'm looking, once you finish this 3 waves toward the downside, you still can move definitely toward the upside in 3 waves, okay? And then moving a stronger move, impulsive, again toward the downside, right? to reach the perfect level required at 2500. This is gonna repeat the whole area here, can repeat at the same time to finish, of course, around the 2500 to hit the target in the blue zone that we saw, of course, on the daily. However, I would like to mention that if you get a 3 waves toward the downside, how is it possible to take the all-time high? Don't forget that you can still have a very extended zigzag toward the upside 3 waves, taking the all-time high, finishing an A, B, and a C as an expanding flat. So don't forget this scenario that it might happen, of course, that we take the all-time high correctively in 3 waves up, and that most often it happens when you see a very massive move toward the upside, such this one. The correction can be like still aggressive, I would say, toward the upside, and then hitting the all-time high, and then taking, of course, the wave B, and then moving massively for a wave C. So these are the scenarios, 2 scenarios to be watched, guys. We have the possibility that we break the 1-to-1 fib level towards the 1.618, finishing an impulse, meaning big ABC. You have a scenario that you can, hit only the 1-to-1 fib level, getting 3 waves up without taking the all-time high, moving toward the downside, and repetition for the same thing until we reach the target. Or you can have a 3 waves down, very aggressive 3 waves up, taking the all-time high, moving down again aggressively, of course, towards the target. Those are the most possible scenarios, guys, so far. That is nothing bullish yet, of course, until we get some impulses toward the upside. That was it for the gold. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.